They're guys. They do magic. They are the Magic Guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 225 of the Magic Guys. I'm Josh Nobito, but to my left...
That's Nick K, professional mind blower.
Professional. You know, how many minds do you reckon you've blown over your career so far?
The answer to that is too many.
And that's the words of a winner, my friends. Oh, yeah. This is great. Hey, it's great to see you all. We're here live in the chat. This is the Magic Guys, where we talk about our lives as professional magicians and we interview wicked guests, which we will have one on in a second. Nick, can I show you this wand that I had arrive?
Yeah, I'm actually dying to see it. So tell us, there was a listener of the show who was polite enough to make you this custom one, and let's have a look at it. And
bam! So this is a custom wand made by Shamrock Magic from a gentleman named Michael Gates. And this wand, I've never had I know you've got some nice wands as well. And I know Doug has a great collection, but I was yet to treat myself to one. And so Michael reached out, he sent me a list. He's very detailed in how specific of a wand you can have created. And this particular one, I chose this length because obviously the bigger the wand is, the more magical it is, right? And also I'd never had one that screwed together. So you can get it made as a one length piece, but I thought it'd be a bit of fun to be able to travel with it in two halves. And I'll give if you're watching this in video form, I'll give you a little close up here. My favorite thing is this swirled acrylic at the top because it looks so bloody magical. And you've got these timber rings as well, and it's just such a nice one. It feels really nice. And the guys at Shamrock Magic, shamrockmagic.com, if you feel inclined to get yourself one of these bad boys. But I think he mentioned he might he might hook you and Doug up with one as well. So I'm just putting it out here so that we can pressure him into doing that. No, but Michael, thank you so much for this wand. I just wanted to give you a quick shout out.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And Michael, if you are going to be in Magic Live for whatever reason, it's an opportunity to say hi. So please do that at the end of the month, which we'll probably make some plans or maybe even try to do a meetup for anyone else who might be there. Let's do a bit of a consensus in the Discord and see who is going to be there. Maybe we'll do a meetup at Doug's shop or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah. And
if you're a magic shop out there listening to this, Michael wholesales these. So I think it's a little bit underground because he normally wholesales to magic stores, and then the people that are in the know hit him up to get a custom one. But now you're in the know, so you can look him up. I'll tag him on our Instagram, but it's exoticwood_Shamrock Magic on Instagram. And now we continue to something a little more difficult to come by. The technical skill of this man we have to introduce to you is, just watching him backstage, you can tell how much time and practice has gone into it. We tried to quickly learn one of his probably hardest moves. Nick, how's your progress so far?
In the 6 minutes I've been trying it, not very good, friends, but look, he's been an absolute delight backstage. He's going to be a delight on the show. So, guys, if you are in the chat, it's good to see you there. We have our friends, Scotty Link, Dylan Young, Tim Askin. We have Frankie Magic and Charlie Hewish. Good to see you, friends. Please, whatever questions you have, put them through. I think it's time we introduce our guest.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been fortunate to be chatting with this gentleman over the internet for the last probably maybe year or so. And I've just been watching his come up. He's created some really technical, wonderful flourishes and visual pieces of magic. But he's also being recognized as a great technician in magic. He recently lectured. He lectured at the Blackpool Magic Convention. And, once you've been there, now everyone knows about you. So everyone in the UK is a big Yev fan. I had friends tag me that they got photos with him, and he's still so young and has a full head of hair, which is the really sad part for us to hear how good he is and how much hair he still has on his head. He has a great accent as well. So my friend, I think it's time we introduce our friend, Yev. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Yev.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
Yev. Welcome to the show. Please tell us who you are and what do you do?
I do visual magic. I do sleight of hand. This is my passion, and it brought me to the place where I'm at the moment. So just passion. Yeah.
I love it.
To the UK, to the magic community, and to the magic world.
Have you always been into visual magic, or did you delve into like psychological magic first? Try different art forms in magic first, or were you always for the eye candy stuff?
I can tell you this story. I was 9 years old, and my father, he showed me a trick. Maybe you know, when the deck, like, he just dropped the deck and one card popped out.
Ooh,
So that was my first very first magic effect that I saw, and that blew my mind. So I feel like that was massive influence, and I immediately understood, like, oh, visual magic, this is sick, this is really cool. Then I just bought a deck of cards. This is what you can do in Ukraine: just buy a deck of cards and practice moves, because you don't have we don't have many sources, to learn magic. Like we don't have access to lectures or buy gimmicks or something like this. So you just practicing with cards, practice moves, and that's how I started.
Was there like a famous magician in the Ukraine? Like who was like on TV at the time, or like on YouTube?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that.
Just your father.
Probably my father was the best magician for me. Yeah.
Well, we present Ukraine's best and only magician, Yev, everybody. It seems to be the...
That's right.
Cool.
So, Yev, since then, you've migrated to the UK. Now, is the UK home? Are you studying there? Like, what's the... tell us about that level of migration and what that sort of looked like.
Okay, so my life is a movie. I changed a few countries, actually quite a lot, last years. And Denmark 1 year, Lithuania 1 year, and 2 years ago I moved to the UK. It was quite a journey. I started professionally to do magic professionally in Ukraine. Yeah, and then we all know what happened. So I was abroad when it started. So I decided, okay, I'm staying abroad or I'm coming back. So I stayed abroad. I started to live in Europe, in Lithuania. I started to do virtual magic. So it was hundreds of online shows. And that's how I learned English, by just performing magic online. Yeah. And then after 1 year, I visited one Blackpool convention, then another convention in the UK, and I immediately understood, that's sick. I need to move here, because such a big community. And
And are you doing, just so I can get a sense of it, are you doing magic full time in the UK, or are you mixing your time with other things, or?
No, I do magic full time, and I'm quite happy doing it full time. It's my main focus at the moment. I just feel like if I start doing something different, I would lose my focus. And
wow. And how old are you, Yev? You look pretty young.
Oh, thank you. How old do you think I am?
14.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, you are so kind. No, I'm 31 years old. And
whoa.
Wow. Look. 31. Yeah. Oh, dude.
This is what happens when you do magic, because you don't grow up. And so you don't grow old. And that's why we look great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Maybe just good genes, guys.
Maybe. I'm 36, and I would have guessed maybe you're 26. To give a gauge of age.
That's what I usually say.
Yeah. That you're 26.
Yeah, sometimes 24. People believe.
Yeah, wow. How much of your visual magic is incorporated in your live performing?
It's like I think last year I started to learn mentalism, and I started to do different things. But visual magic is always with me because, when people see something is like a circus around, they see some aerials with cards or juggling, they immediately understand the skill and they can appreciate it. So this is why I keep doing that. And sometimes just you do a few card flicks, it you already brings people attention, and they already happy to see more from you. But I feel like how much I incorporate, it depends. I do a lot of close up, and I try to make I try to make unique performance for every single person I do it. Some people just don't like card tricks, so you just doing something different. You can just take magazines and turn it to money. It's already
Yeah.
mind blowing.
Yeah, true. The
Yeah.
reason I ask is obviously we see a lot of your visual work online. So I was just curious, like for people watching this, magicians sometimes might think, oh, that's like everything you do as a professional, And so it's fun to hear like actually the different, like when we had Franco Pescali on a couple of weeks back, he was mentioning that even in his Magic Castle, like he'll start straight away with knuckle busting flourishes while he's talking, his opening monologue.
Yeah.
And then he'll go into magic where it might even look like he does nothing and still the magic happens. It's a nice like contrast.
Well, when you are good with English, when you can do a nice storytelling, that works, of course. But when you are from Eastern Europe and your English is a bit alien sometimes, so you kind of need to win. You need to use different tools to impress people.
So it's a tactic. It's a language barrier tactic, the visual magic.
Yeah,
I think
I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. What I'm curious about is because you said there wasn't a lot of resources in Ukraine. As far as learning magic, where did that start, and what material were you learning first? Were you diving straight into things like Marlowe? Were you jumping straight into Tarbell? Or is it just a matter of tinkering and making your own magic?
Well, to find Marlowe, if I find Marlowe back then, those days, I would be so happy. But no, Darknet.
Excellent.
Darknet, and massive influence is Trilogy, Dan and Dave, and all the stuff from Dan and Dave. So it's like the guys just took a deck of cards, and they did stuff in hands, so without like pad and without all these things, and that was super visual, super difficult, of course. And then it was like for me quite clear to realize that I need to invest time in sleight-of-hand and I need to improve.
Yeah, wow. What's your favorite move at the moment? I noticed you have a really cool top-down camera as well.
Oh yeah, actually, I have
Look at
it.
that.
Yeah, so
Oh my.
if you want to see something, I'm not sure if I need to perform something here, but talking about favorite moves, I have a few. I created recently original move, and maybe it's a good time
Ooh, yeah.
to show. So basically, I'm not sure. Okay, what if I just? Oh, that's cool. Josh, can you just say stop?
Okay, stop.
Okay, so if, for example, we'll take the ace of spades. Oh, sorry, ace of clubs. I'm very bad with suits. Actually, I'm joking. I'm very good. I'm lying. So I'll just place it somewhere in the deck, and I will use this camera right now. So I'm gonna just open a fan, and just by clicking my finger, I can immediately.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. So this. Thank you. This move is I call it fancy. And do you know you can take the card and you can flick it and catch it into the fan? We all know this move, right? This is reverse. This is opposite. Yeah. And
yeah, right.
It's the move. Should we open some doors for people and show?
If you're happy to, because what we're going to allude to as well is if you want to learn this in depth, Yev has his own Patreon where you can actually get better coverage and walkthroughs of what you're about to learn. So I guess this is like the synopsis of it. And then if you really want to spend the time, there's a link in the description of this video. But please, because I when I saw this, because I remember learning a move where it would shoot out, but it would shoot out from the back and you had to go like this. But to be able to shoot it out from the front means you only have access to like one finger. So I'm very befuddled in how this works.
Quite sick one. Yeah, on membership you can find a lot of cool stuff, and I'm just growing community, inspiring other card enthusiasts. And I try to teach it in the way that I would like to have when I was young. Because when you learn card magic, you always want a few different angles. You want slow motion. You want commentary as well. So I try to do it on my membership. And so this move is quite knacky. You need to be able to open a thumb fan, which every single magician might be able to do. Yeah, but in this one, you open a half of a deck and you have maybe a third part over here. And you also need to bring your pinky to the back. And then you need to move one card like this with your thumb. So some people can't do it. Some people, it's very difficult for some people. That's why you can open and you can use and you can do something like this. Also that works. So you open a half. I prefer immediately bring my pinky to the back. I just curl my thumb. I just pushing against this big block, and one card just easily comes like this. And you need to be able to have a grip this way. So 3 fingers over here, and without the thumb, you should have a quite stable grip. And then you just curl your thumb like this, and you don't touch the 6 of spades at the moment. You just go a bit deep, just a little bit lower, and then you're just rubbing 2 fingers together, kicking the card like this. Yeah.
Wow.
So and then I'm timing with the flick, so you can catch it. It's like a horizon, I call this move fancy because it's like a fan and it's C shape.
You
and
see it.
fancy. Yeah, and I'm working on the thing how to flick it and catch it into the fan with one hand.
Oh my gosh.
That's a completely unnecessary skill, guys. Actually, it's cool if you nailed it, but tons of work. Yeah.
Imagine because that's already insane. But imagine I imagine in like 5 years when you've just gone full Jedi, you could have like 2 jokers face up in the deck and you like name any card and then you can just maneuver that one card, shoot it out, it lands between them.
maybe 3 years, not 5.
Then you've got 4 years until the next FISM, so you've got that long.
I was actually thinking you'd be the best guest for the 4F, like the finger flickers convention, because you quite literally flick everything.
yeah, flickering. This is my thing.
Yeah.
You need to flick a lot of cards to be consistent, and Josh knows that.
You have to flick a lot of cards. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
and can you? And again, if you're listening to this, just imagine him doing just the most amazing gravity-defying flourishes. But could you also show them our favorite one that you showed us backstage?
Yeah, another favorite one is a bullet card. I remember Jackie Yu did it on one of the conventions in London, and he just took the card and just shoot it inside in the deck. I was like, whoa, mate, can you please teach me that? And he was very kind. So this is bullet card, which might not work, and okay, guys, it's very difficult. Maybe we'll need the second time for the podcast.
Well, we've got 40 more minutes, so it's all
how many
good.
minutes we have? How many
Yeah,
minutes do you have?
40 more minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's a flick. It's a flick, and it's actually looks like a flick. You are doing it with your index, and I guess Nick likes when the card hits the deck of cards, and maybe we will wait a few more minutes and I can make it.
The beauty of editing is we'll just edit it down to, apart from the live, but we'll edit a short where it's, straight away.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow,
Yeah.
first try, man. That's phenomenal.
Woo! Yeah. It looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like a fingertip muscle pass kind of a feeling where it looks like you see nothing move and then it just takes off by itself.
Yeah, it's exactly looks exactly like this. Yes, and you're just pushing card straight into direction.
Yeah, so nice.
Yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it like this, but I don't see the card. You better to put your eye behind so you can see where it goes. So if I just guess, I will never be able to hit it. But yeah, this is a bullet card. Very cool, very cool. One of the hardest slides that I do, and I spent probably minimum 1 year just to be consistent with the flick only. And this is another level. This is just
Yeah, and it's great because when someone like yourself has put that much time into an effect like that, it's going to make it so much easier to consume on the Patreon, which I think is going to be great. Tell us, for the listeners who now are seeing your magic and obviously the way it's being taught, what other things can they expect on your Patreon?
Oh, so apart from my card approach, how I do card magic, what are my techniques that I use, my estimation techniques. I also invite other guests. If I see a cool move from one of my friends in London, there is big community of magicians, and you will be surprised, but so many people have original moves, like really sick ones, and the whole idea to bring them to my Patreon and teach my students. So they cannot find this stuff you can't find on YouTube. So it's only some underground stuff.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm focusing at the moment. And also try to create my own tricks and sharing my experience, because I do a lot of restaurants, hotels, and sometimes I just come up with some routines based on very simple ideas, and I immediately can share with my students. Yeah, this
that's
is
so
what kind of
cool.
content.
I love it. And so what type of gigs do you focus on in the UK? Are you doing, tell us.
At the moment, I made a show. I wrote a show, so I'm looking for the venue when I can perform it. It's really hard to find a venue in London. Very, very difficult. So I hope I'll be lucky with that. Other performances is I do residencies, how is it, table hopping. But maybe table hopping is not the good phrase. Residency. So you restaurant hires you, and you can do a few hours entertaining people on the weekends. What else? Private parties. Yeah, sometimes people hire me just to teach them stuff, because after they see what I do, they immediately want to learn it. So this is kind of stuff I do. Corporate gigs, actually, to be honest, any sort of gigs I do. Even one of the cool thing, Ferrari company hired me they were filming nice advertisement with some famous guys, and they were filming something about Las Vegas, and I was consulting them with that. Amazing experience as well.
How good.
Yeah.
Wow. And so, for magicians listening to this, they hear you say oh yeah, you've got a residency. Wow. How did you have to approach those venues to get booked as a resident weekly performer, or was it something they were searching for?
So, if I got you right, I'm not sure. I'm very bad at self-promoting. I'm very good word of mouth, and here in the UK, and a lot of magicians sometimes needs a cover. But some residencies I have quite stable. So just nice place to practice new magic every weekend. And is that what you asked, Josh?
Yeah, I guess I'm just asking, like, for the magicians that are looking at us thinking, how do I do magic full time? Or they might want to get a residency in their city. Like,
Yeah.
how does that come about?
Well, I must say that if you are a magician and you want to make living from it and being a full time, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And what I will suggest, yes, work with local restaurants. Do as more networking as possible, perform as more magic as possible, film yourself, post online as more as possible, and just wear a suit and learn a few good card forces. that would help definitely to get a residency.
Yeah, wear a suit and learn a few card forces. There haven't been many wiser words than that. That's pretty much what Nick says as well, except for shower and be on time is the other two things.
Yeah.
We have a question here from Tim asking them questions, and that is, what is your favorite effect to perform?
Favorite effect to perform? I like. You would be surprised. I like any card, any number effect. And one of the good ones that I feel like it's good. I can just maybe show it. It's when card is selected, and then I just spread the cards, and one card just flips from the middle.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, like this.
That's not
it
fair.
flipped exactly from exactly on the place where you said, like, you named 6 of spades, and you said it's 17. So if we count, it's going to be 16, and this is 17. So this is one thing.
Hang on. So
different ones.
you've even managed to make an Acorn a visual trick, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right. Yes. Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Why not?
For those who are listening,
like flying cards. People like it. I don't know. It's just exactly. Yeah, like something like. Yeah, this kind of stuff also works. By the way, Fancy Move was inspired by Zach Mueller Brownie fan, if you know this one. Yeah, it's not the best. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
It's one-handed. One-handed moves is another topic, guys, to discuss, because I broke my wrist 2 years ago, and
I wanted to ask you about that. I wanted to ask you about that because I saw that you were in some of your content that you had this brace on, and you did this, like, a very clever effect with it, in which, for those of you who haven't seen it, please do your diligence and go see all of his content online and subscribe and follow, please. It is amazing. But it did this really killer effect where a selected card, I assume, was underneath your wrist guard, like it was actually in there.
Yeah. That was my Magic Circle exam. This is how I got membership. This is how I became a member of the Magic Circle. I guess it was my last effect. Yeah, and I was able to make it work. Yeah. I have a signature effect when I am springing the cards up in the air and I catch the right card.
That baffles me too, because you see people trying to come up with methods of that, or like maybe, back palm a card or something, but it really looks so clean, and I think you're actually doing it, which is, of course you can, because of the visual stuff we've just seen you do.
Yeah, which leads me to my next question. Are you actually catching that card?
Of course.
You son of a bitch, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's amazing.
I like it. I think again, Ricky J did that, and he did it with 2 hands. Yeah, and he kind of spring the cards with 2 hands.
Wow.
caught it with 2 hands. Yeah, but it's cool. It's really what people want to see. It's like, so it's a kind of juggling. It's like visual and impossible, right? No, kind of impossible.
Yeah. You know, because I've noticed, Yev, in my shows, I will ask people how they would like me to find a card they name. And I would say there are two common things that come up. Well, there's three. One is like, just make it appear on top of the deck. One of them is make it appear in my pocket. And then the third one, this happens most if I'm on stage. It's, oh, can you just throw the deck in the air and catch it?
Yeah, that's the sickest probably. But
Yeah,
Start to Pocket again also maybe underrated. Very, very good if you perform it fast.
That's right. Yeah. But you're just casually doing like what laymen perceive as like the best card trick in the world is to throw the deck in the air and catch the one that they want.
Yeah, but again, you can't do it in restaurant because like the cards would be everywhere and it's quite long reset. So it's a theatrical in the theater. If you do it, I usually close my act with this. So this is very good to make a mess in the end of the show and catch it. It's like good dramatic moment in the end, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. But, yeah.
So obviously, like cards, is that your favorite discipline in Magic that you only do, or do you also enjoy doing other sort of mentalism-based things, or coin magic, or is cards it?
Cards is my love. It's my passion. This is my friends from my childhood. It's like really nice thing to play every day. And it's just nice. It's small. You just put it in your pocket and go everywhere. And I don't like to travel with big luggage. And especially if someone hired me for event in a different country, I just like to pack a small backpack, just put a few decks of cards and just make a show with a few decks of cards, Sharpies and blank cards maybe. Yeah. So cards is good. And again, it's all about you. It's not about cards. It's about how interesting you are as an artist, as a performer. But it's nice that you said that. I enjoy to perform mind reading, mentalism, like with props, without propless. Sometimes it's good. What else? Visual magic, like, and as again gimmicks. I don't really. I have some. But I was born in Ukraine, and we just invested time in sleight-of-hand. So I kind of opened gimmick world a few years ago for me, and I still like to just walk with a deck of cards and try to create moments, very magical moments, just with the deck of cards, even not marked cards. Marked cards is just something that I also started using recently.
But now, when you're so well versed with playing cards, is there particular brands that someone of your style prefer over others, or for you are all cards good cards?
No, actually, quite a few, like top 3 I can highlight cards. Yeah, so I was a big fan of first. What I started was Nock originals, Nock playing cards. I like them. They were cheap and they were simple, minimalistic design, and they were heavy, which is good for aerials. So it's Josh, you understand that? Yeah, but guys, this is
Tally-hos.
Gold. This is gold. This is the best tally-hos are really good cards, and no questions. Right now, I'm using Jerry Nugget's Modern Fill. Also very good, but I also big fan of Orbit deck. I have quite a lot.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, and I'm quite a big fan of last collaboration with Orbits, Tally-ho and Orbits. So this is very good ones. Very nice.
And how long until the Yev edition comes out?
Yev edition. Oh well, this is another topic, because I feel like I don't want to make bad cards. I don't want to start the to just make my own cards. Why? I need to give something. I need to maybe just create a good marketing or promotion, I don't know, idea. Because a lot of people ask me, yeah, send me cards. We don't have cards in our country. And I was like, okay, that can be tricky. I don't mind it, but maybe, I don't know, it's difficult. So maybe if I created an idea that like you buy a deck of cards or you subscribe to my Patreon, so I will send you a deck of cards, but also if you buy one deck, you can another deck will go to another person in, I don't know, India.
I'm with you.
Or yes,
Yeah.
something like that. So that can be a good thing. But also, I don't know, maybe you need to be a big in the company or in the industry, like a big personality, so you have a lot of followers and you can a lot of big community, so they would follow and they would support you with a deck of cards. I don't know, I would love that.
You know, it's great that that's how you think of it too. You're like, it has to be great, but also cost effective that these people can also buy it, that's reaching out to you wanting cards. It makes me think of when we had Mario the Maker Magician come on. They have, him and his wife have a really interesting setup in that their theater shows, there's two types of tickets you can buy. You can buy a ticket for yourself, and then you can also pre-buy a ticket for someone else that can't afford to bring their kids and everything.
Yeah.
And so maybe it's something like that. Like people buy cards, but there's also an option to buy cards for someone else. Like,
yeah. Can I also just say that I think that's the way that everyone should be. When you start coming up through Magic, you get to a point where, as a community, we all help each other, and you can't, in your early stages of your career, give back the way that those who have helped you along the way have. But when you get to a point that you can, you should. And I think that that's what you're doing with your mindset, you know, because you're only 30. Like I just clicked over 40. I have the lovely ability of employing magicians all over Australia. You know, I have 5 residencies here that I circulate magicians through all the time. So when you can give back, you should.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like you design like an eco-friendly deck that's like, or like a, what is the best quality deck at the least price that's possible to be made? Maybe there's like a cross section there or something.
Yeah, because the cost is everything, and the quality is also should be very good. So you need to find the golden middle.
I wonder what that is. Interesting.
I
How
don't
many
know.
hours are you practicing?
For the next 5 years for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like it's inevitable. Like, you know, you have one of your Instagrams is called Yev Cards. So I think it's only natural that eventually there are Yev Cards available.
That'd be great. You get Yev Cards. We'll get a sponsorship with like either Costco or Amazon, and we'll just pump them out at $1 a deck and just sell millions of them. Everyone's garages and cars will be filled with it. That's what I hope for yourself. Now, your show, when you are someone who has a discipline like just cards, what, like, obviously a show has a start, middle, and end. How do you structure a show? Now, without giving the entire show away, like, what is it in your head that goes, I want to start with this, I want to close with this? Like, when it's, especially when the discipline is just cards, what advice do you have for anyone who's looking to do the same thing or has the same passion?
I see what you mean. So again, as I said, I wrote a show, like one-man show, and it's like 45-50 minutes, and I used to do only acts before. Like the longest act was maybe 25 minutes, so I can't really give you like insights how to make the show from zero, but you just you just go with the flow and what you want to show, what you want to share. Also, you need to understand what do you want to give? What do you want to get from in the end? What feeling from the audience you want to? What is your message? Yeah, and I realized that I like magic when I actually hide the skill. In restaurants I can just flick cards like a juggler, like boom boom boom. It's just 5 minutes experience, so it's fine. But with the show, it's nice to do a storytelling and do bits of magic in between. So I like to leave people with the idea how it's happened. Do you remember I was shuffling cards? How it's possible? So this is kind of the feeling I want to give people in the end of the show. And of course, if you only do card tricks, it should be, again, very good English, because you need to do a lot of storytelling. In my show, my show that I made, it's a combination of like card magic and mentalism. So I'm gonna do and cardistry. So it's gonna be a nice blend of everything, and also I have a very nice effect when person is gonna call other person, like mom or friend. And so it's about me. It's about me as a guy who likes cards, and it makes sense in the end why I use cards almost in every single effect. But also it's not only about cards. It's about storytelling and delivering impossible feeling. I don't know. That makes sense, guys.
No, that makes a lot of sense. It's you. Yeah, you are creating different textures throughout the show, and even in card tricks, there's visual card magic, there's mental magic, there's cardistry, like you're saying. So even all those are going to be different in the show, which is beautiful. I love that. I think we should mix things up a little bit. Nick, what do you say we do a gig story segment?
That's a great idea. So Gig Stories is a section of the show where we talk about little magic moments of our life, either while performing at gigs or just going from our day-to-day. And we'd like to hear a little story from our good friend, Yev.
I think, or do you have a story, Yev, or should we do?
I've got so many stories.
Okay. I have some moments, but I'm not sure, is it like that funny as you expect?
Well, let's see. I reckon Nick and I'll go first quickly. It'll give you some context. So Nick, what's happened at some of your residencies?
All right. Hey, give me a sec, because I wrote a list because there's been so much going on.
Wow.
Yeah. Which
I can go first if you need.
You should. I'll need a minute.
Mine's just a funny situation. So 5 years ago, I did a keynote presentation where I'm doing a magic show for a health industry conference, and we got a testimonial from a guy that he gave one of the most unique testimonials I've ever had in video. And he basically started off by saying, I hate magic. I hate watching magic because it frustrates the heck out of me. And that's why I love this show so much, because it frustrated the heck out of me, but it kept me watching the whole time. And I love it, but I also hate how much I love it. And it was such a weird, like wholesome, honest testimonial of how like invested he was in watching, but it frustrated the heck out of him that he couldn't figure it out. Well, a month ago, I get an email from that guy, and he's like, I want to hire you for our staff social event. And although it annoys the heck out of me, I really want my staff to see what you do. And I'm like, this is such a weird compliment, but yes, let's do it. And so the whole time I'm performing there, he actually is having these physical reactions of what looks like annoyance, or like I guess he's having an internal battle with himself. But there was just one moment where I'm doing some Rubik's Cube magic, and I'm doing a slow solve where it's just seemingly slowly visually restoring. And he is fooling himself because every time he gets angry and looks away, that's the exact moment I have to do something sneaky. So every time he's looking, I'm literally just twisting the cube like so you can see the other sides. And it was this perfect moment where he just looked away at all the right times. So in his mind, I literally just did this with a cube and it solved back into perfect form, and then I gave it to him to keep as the little sealing the kiss on the end of that performance. And now I've already had an email from him. Like he's like, I don't understand. You let me keep this cube. I know it's a real cube. I saw it mixed up, and I also, just saw it, and it's really messing with him. So I can't wait to get booked again from him. But it's so funny that someone who from a long distance watching, you would think he's someone who doesn't like magic, but he actually is like one of the most like advocates for it. So it's just such a weird thing. He like ranted on about not liking it, but keeps booking me. So thank you.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I've had a lot of that myself where I've been performing more times than not. And there's always like at least there's one person who's just deeply getting frustrated as they watch your thing and they're getting so angry. And I have a line that diffuses all that. And I literally just turn to the person and be like, why you look really angry? What's up? Like, why are you so angry? And they might say something to the effect of like, I hate how I know how it's done, or just, they whatever frustration they have. And I just turn to them and say, if you knew what I got paid and I sucked, then you'd be really mad. And they go, oh yeah. And they just sort of, it just diffuses everything after that. They actually go like, true. Like, and a lot of times I go like, if you knew what I got paid and I sucked, you'd be really upset. So trust me, man, you're getting your money's worth. And then they go, yeah, all right. And they sort of calm down after that. And I find that really helpful.
Yeah, that's interesting. You're being paid to be good. So that, of course, that's a funny answer to how did you do that? Like, because an easy way you can just say, oh, it's my job. Like, that's why I can do it. Like, I'm supposed to be here. And then, saying that, well, they pay me enough. I should be able to do this. That's interesting. I like it.
Yeah, I think that works well. Yev, do you have a lovely moment in magic you'd like to share?
Or it can be crazy or funny or someone messing up, but it actually helped with the trick. It can be.
Let me think. Maybe not that exactly like you just explained. A few moments, and from just flicking cards in someone's drink. The moment when I understand, like on stage on Fringe, I didn't catch the right card. So I had to create an exit from the situation and just finally find the right card in someone's back pocket. And when I was about to take the load the card, the guy just started getting mad. So eventually he let me put my hand in his pocket and reveal it. That's the thing. But my absolute incredible and bad and beautiful moment about magic gigs was the moment when I broke my wrist 5 days before very big gig.
Oh.
Yeah, that was quite.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm cycling BMX. Do you know this kid's bike? And just unsuccessful trick or something. So I just and. Just immediately when my doctor already made the X-ray, I started develop one-handed techniques. Really, because I understood in my mind I couldn't cancel the gig. I don't want to cancel the gig. Wow. So next day, literally just called the client and says, okay, listen, we have a problem a little bit. So I still can deliver magic. I still can do a gig. I will just perform one-handed. Is that okay? The guy said, yes, okay, because he also didn't want to cancel magician. So in the huge cast, in the massive cast, I went to Amsterdam. It was in Amsterdam. So I just created in 5 days 30, maybe 25 minutes act and just did it one-handed, and it was a blast.
Wow.
Better than two hands, guys. Seriously, best gig ever.
Yeah, I've also damaged myself before gigs to that extent. I ride a lot of electric skateboards, and I was at a very good friendship with a particular manufacturer of these boards, who invited me to come and try it. Like I was popping in for another reason, but then they were like, "Here's our new prototype. Take it for a spin." And I'm such a stickler for safety. I was like, no. Now the thing is, I just bought a brand new full face helmet, but when I skateboard, I always wear my wrist guards. No matter what, like, because I skate to all my residencies, because I live very close to the city, so I don't like to drive there. I like to ride my electric skateboard there.
Yeah,
but I didn't have all my gear. But they were like, "Come on, give it a crack." And so I like, look, I'll I thought minimize the risk. I put my full face brand new helmet on, like take it out of the box, put it on. I thought, okay, bit of a cruise. And like, no, give it a really big push. And I was just like, no, not really. Now this thing went from 0 to 60 kilometers in like 2 seconds or less. And when you accelerated on it, you had to lean forward with everything you have because it just peels you off the board. It's so quick. Like you have to go down low, lean forward, and haul ass. So they were insistent that I give it a try. And they go, just for like 5 seconds, just hold it down and then let it loose, and then you're good. And I went, all right. So I do that, and then the board battery cuts out and locks the wheels, and I go flying off at 60 Ks. Now I managed to jump off the board and run for a while, but was just unable to slow myself down. And then I stacked and I shredded all my clothes, my legs, my left hand, just everything, like gone. I thankfully healed very quickly, but I had a limp. I had scabs. I had to bandage my actual wrist because it was like really down to the flesh. And thankfully, I had 2 weeks of nothing but stage shows where I didn't have to do close-up or sleight-of-hand. So I was so happy that I was actually able to get that. And I just walked on stage bandaged up. And I think I made a joke about it, just being like, sorry guys, I go, good to see you all. Don't mind the wrist. It's just from a little injury I had when I bumped into my ex-girlfriend. She was driving at the time, and they go, ha ha ha. And I just did the whole show, and it still worked really well. But it is that type of thing where thankfully I didn't ruin my face or have like black eyes or bruises and try to get on stage. But man, when you're going to be a performer, like, take care of yourself. I mean, I go snowboarding every year, wrist guards, body armor, everything, because it just takes a broken something and you cannot work or make a living. So pro tip.
Very good tip, actually. Yeah.
The show that you did while your arm was in a cast, what was like one of the effects you were proud of performing?
Catching a card from the spring.
Still.
Yes. So I have many variations, many different variations of this effect. So with the help of Magic Circle friends in London, they gave me so many cool ideas how to force one-handed the card, also how to make false shuffles using one-handed, how to a lot of good tips. And in the end, I wanted to just spring the cards with one hand and catch the right card like this. But then it was so difficult, to be honest. So I decided it was actually I broke my left hand, which I do all the main hand. So I had to perform with weak hand. So I had to learn everything with non-dominant hand. And so in all the show, just imagine all the show, I'm like this, all the show. So just like this. So card is selected, and I just decided to. I already forgot this. I don't practice. Don't break wrists again. So I just put it on the table like this, and went off the screen. I had the screen, and in the end, I spring the cards. I catch the wrong card, but the right card is in this hand, in the wrist, in the cast hand. So I was able to.
Wow.
do that, and that was great. That worked. Sometimes even I think it's even better when sometimes I do with just two hands like this. So that was the main effect. It's really good. I really like my spring catch. I have so many variations. Yeah, I can put inside the cast the card, and yeah.
Is that an effect you think you'll teach in the future?
Well, it's on my Patreon. You can learn it. Yeah, I show
Oh,
I
snap.
show the technique. Yes, and well, you just do it.
Yeah, yeah, and please, I'm not saying tell us your method here because that's definitely a secret that you should have to seek out.
Mhm.
But yeah, for those listening, and the videos on your Instagram, at least some of the variations, but it really is such a clean look to just open hands, spring cards in the air, reach out, pluck the signed card out of the air. It's like the thing that we all hope we could do, and we try to think of gimmicked ways to do it, or all sorts of things. And
Yep.
so great. So Patreon, so it already is available. How good is Patreon? Like being able to have a direct to audience platform that you can go and teach, that you don't have to go through making DVDs and
Yeah, this
selling them.
era is already past. Yeah.
That's right. The barrier to entry is yeah, so good to be able to just start. Let's have a quick look. Do we have any questions from our audience here? And we only have a few more minutes, so put your questions in the chat
while you were scanning through, Dylan Young, who does a lot of our social media and so forth, says that he's a member of your Patreon, and there is so much content. Like there is so much good stuff on there that it's all very difficult. But I don't want people to be deterred by that. So, Yev, are there any effects that you feel are on your Patreon that are also very strong but not entirely difficult to perform?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well, my Patreon is not like for beginners, but even beginners, if they subscribe, it's gonna be a great. They're gonna find a lot of good stuff, and well, people nowadays are very talented. They can like learn sleight-of-hand quite fast and perform it. I don't want to say that it's super difficult. I just try to teach something that people cannot find on YouTube for free, and just something unique and underground sometimes from another magicians that I invite. So what was the question?
Are there like simpler? Are there like easy to learn effects on there as well?
Yeah, I kind of include my approach to card magic, what I do, and with this approach, you can just take it and develop your own delivering, like how you deliver the effect. Yeah, I have a system how to find any playing card from the deck, for example. And it's actually in my free section of my Patreon. I just share it. I don't mind. It's quite easy. But again, it's easy. It's very easy to understand what it is, but to perform in person when you're wearing a suit in front of the very like big people, it's different. So it's not super difficult, but again, not for the beginners, and that's why it's not huge. My Patreon is not huge.
Not huge, but there's like 600 students, so it's pretty good. And what's coming up for you now, Yev? So you're based in London, is that what I heard?
Yes. I'm like slightly off London, but I'm in London almost every day because always have something like job or meetings, or London is like always bring me every day. I go to London because something is cool happening.
Yeah, and in the UK, it seems to be a big market to do weddings. Is that something you do a lot of, or you
Actually,
Sleight-of-hand?
I don't do much weddings. I would love that. I really like it. People are so happy on weddings, and they really like card tricks. You would be surprised. Yeah, but I guess I'm just 2 years in this country, and I haven't built my base of clients. And I guess people just know magicians. They know, like, oh, my friend is a magician. Do you want to hire him for weddings? So self-promoting is quite difficult, to be honest. So I do weddings. I would love to do more. Yeah, but don't have many inquiries. I'm focusing on the show. I want to do a magic show on stage.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's the harder thing to focus on. Like, it's fun to, as soon as you start making a living as a magician, like, your focus is the next gig, and we jump to gigs and we can do them all, and we're constantly booking in the next ones for the next month. But to really sit down and write a show is like, that should definitely be a goal, is amongst all the chaos, find time to write that one-man show or create that project that you might do for TV, or write that book, or like the fact that you find time is pretty amazing.
Yeah, first you focus on gigs, then you do a show, then you are a consultant, and then you just I don't know, relax. So this is the pyramid. What as a magician, or maybe some people like to perform all life. I don't know. I would like to do a show and maybe do a deck of cards one day.
Yeah, well, I look forward to seeing it. And we have a festival in Australia that Nick's a part of, that Nick's amongst right now, called the Melbourne Magic Festival. And hopefully it'll feature Yev's card extravaganza show one day.
Yeah, there'd be good opportunities for you to come lecture and do that. I mean, that's what Eric Leclerc and both Tobias Dostal currently, like Eric did his lecture yesterday, which was really funny. I don't know if you guys recall, we had a guest, Liam Jumpets, the wrestler / whatever else. And we did an effect where Eric hit me up and he was like, hey man, I want to do some cheeky pre-show stuff. I'm like, what's up? He goes, who's coming to my lecture? I'm like, this kid. He goes, cool. I need a picture of his mum. And I went, what? He goes, I went, all right. So I sent him 2 pictures. Like, this is Liam, this is his mum. Go for it. And then what he did was he had a book and he was like, these are all the people I want to make out with, whatever else. Pick a number between 1 and 30. And then he goes through and it says, like, it opens up and it just says your mum. And then he turns it around. It's the actual picture of their mum. And it's like so funny. So you'll have that to look forward to at the lecture. Like, it is a little cheeky insight from here at the Magic Guys. But look, it's a good community here. So should you make your way over to Australia, it'd be our pleasure to host you. It'd be our pleasure to show you around.
I do hands down. I'm down for that, guys. Definitely. Yeah. Like, just give me a chance. I would love it.
If you've got a show and a lecture, like, the Magic Festival is for you, buddy. Like, it is a great place to be. So, like, put it on your radar, and when you're ready for it, we'll set up a friendship with Tim, the director, and anything we do to help you out.
Cool. Great.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. We're going to make it happen. Either that, or by some miracle, the Magic Guys become so big, we can host our own convention, and then we can feature you as the headlining act. One of the 2 things will happen, either or. But either way, Yev, it has been a real joy to have you here today, and finally to speak in as close to in person as we can so far. We've put all your links below. So guys, most people listening to this follow Yev already, but if you aren't, follow down below either Instagram, his website, his Patreon, lots of places you can find him. Reach out if you have other questions about the stuff he was doing or talking about. But we're going to end our episode the way we always do, by giving our guest the final word.
Okay, guys, if you really like card magic and if you want to make a living from it, just dedicate every day some time for that, and your dreams will come true. Just focus on this and spend some time, because this is what I wanted to do from from when I was a kid, from 9-10 years old. I wanted to do just spin cards and make a living from it, and it works. Just believe in this, and you can make it. That's the whole message.
Thanks for listening. It's time for us to disappear now. But we'll see you again on the next episode of The Magic Guys.